Let's begin with a man named Marcus. Marcus is a farmer, and he's fantastic at one thing: raising chickens. His coop is overflowing. But Marcus has a problem. His boots are falling apart. He walks to the next village to find Silas, the shoemaker. Silas is holding a beautiful, sturdy pair of boots. Marcus, smiling, holds up 3 of his plumpest chickens. Silas shakes his head. "I don't need chickens, friend. I need wood for my fire. Come back when you have wood." Marcus is frustrated. He has to find someone who has wood and wants chickens just so he can trade the wood to Silas for the boots. It's clumsy, it's slow, and it's stopping both of them from getting what they want. This, in a nutshell, was the problem of barter. It wasn't a lack of stuff, it was a lack of trust and convenience. To solve this, their village elder declared that rare, shiny shells from the coast would be money. Why? Not because the shells were useful, but because they were rare and everyone agreed they were valuable. Now, Marcus could sell his chickens to anyone for these shells. He takes the shells to Silas, who happily accepts them, knowing he can use those same shells to buy wood from the woodcutter. The shells didn't just represent chickens, they represented a promise that someone, somewhere, would accept them for something valuable. Let's jump forward a few hundred years. The shells have been replaced by heavy coins of gold and silver. Our farmer Marcus's great-great-granddaughter, Alara, is a successful merchant. But Alara has a new problem. Carrying bags of gold to the big city market is dangerous. Bandits wait on the roads. It's also just incredibly heavy. In her town, there was a man named Thomas. Thomas is a goldsmith, and he has the strongest vault in the city. People trust Thomas. So, Alara and the other merchants start leaving their gold with him for safekeeping. When Alara deposits 10 gold coins, Thomas gives her a piece of paper, a promissory note, signed with his name. It reads, "This note is good for 10 gold coins from my vault." A brilliant thing happens. The next week, Alara needs to buy a new wagon from Ben, the wagon maker. Instead of going to Thomas, pulling out her 10 heavy coins and giving them to Ben, who would just have to lug them right back to Thomas's vault, Alara simply hands Ben the paper note. Ben accepts it. Why? He doesn't trust Alara. He trusts Thomas. He trusts the promise written on that note. Suddenly, the paper became the money. It was light, it was easy, and it was all built on a single powerful idea: trust in the promise of the goldsmith. Thomas, our first banker, is a very observant man. He sits in his shop year after year and notices something amazing. The gold never moves. People are happily trading his paper notes out in the town square. Maybe 10% of the gold gets picked up, but 90% of it just sits in his vault collecting dust. One day, a young, ambitious woman named Anna comes to him. "Thomas," she says, "I'm a baker, and I have a revolutionary idea for a new kind of oven that can bake twice as much bread, but I need 50 gold coins to build it." Thomas thinks. He doesn't have 50 of his own coins, but he looks at the mountains of gold sitting in his vault. Alara's gold, Ben's gold, the whole town's gold. He has an idea. A revolutionary and slightly risky idea. He doesn't lend Anna the gold. Instead, he just takes out a new piece of paper and writes a new promise. He hands her a note that says, "This note is good for 50 gold coins." He knows she won't cash it in. She'll just use the note to pay the bricklayer and the blacksmith to build her oven. Anna, in return, gives Thomas her promise. She will pay him back 55 coins, in paper notes, of course, from the profits of her new bakery. That extra 5 coins is interest. In that moment, credit was born. Thomas created money from nothing but a promise. He was lending the trust that the town had placed in him. As long as Alara, Ben, and Anna didn't all come in at the exact same time demanding their actual gold, the system worked. Fast forward to today. We are all living in Thomas's world, but on a massive digital scale. When you deposit your paycheck in the bank, you are Alara, trusting your gold to a goldsmith. And just like Thomas, your bank doesn't let that money just sit there. Let's say you deposit $1,000. The central bank, the goldsmith for all the banks, called the Federal Reserve in the US, tells your bank it only needs to keep a small piece of that, say $100. Now, your neighbor Sarah walks into that same bank. She's just like Anna, the baker. She says, "I have a great idea for a coffee shop. I need a $900 loan for an espresso machine." The bank doesn't go to a vault and get your $900. No. It does exactly what Thomas did. It simply creates a new promise. It types the number $900 into Sarah's account. Poof! In that instant, 900 new money has been created, backed by nothing but Sarah's promise to pay it back. Sarah then pays the machine company $900. That company deposits the $900 in its bank. That bank keeps $90 and lends out $810. This cycle repeats, with your original $1,000 deposit supporting thousands of dollars in new promises all across the economy. So, is this system of credit, this web of promises, a good thing or a bad thing? Well, it's the engine that built our entire modern world. It's a hero. Because of this system, Sarah can open her coffee shop and hire people. It's how families can buy a home without saving for 50 years. It's how students can go to college. It's how companies can build factories, invent medicines, and create the phone in your hand. It turns someday into today, all by lending us the value of our own future promises. But it has a shadow. The entire system is still built on that one fragile human idea: trust. It works only as long as we all believe the promises will be kept. If too many people, like Anna or Sarah, can't pay back their loans, the new money that was created vanishes. Promises are broken. The trust shatters. This is what we call a financial crisis. This system isn't good or bad. It's a powerful human invention. It's a story that we are all a part of, every single day. It's the story of a promise, starting with a farmer who just needed some boots and ending with a global economy built on the trust we have in each other.